There's a sky above you, if you didn't know that. But the problem is my head is like, there's so many thoughts in it at one time, where it doesn't really matter that there's a sky above me or you or anybody. I've always considered myself a caring person, because when I think of people, I think about them in such a lovely way, almost like a romanticized way, where it's like, if someone ever needed anything, I feel like I would go bend over backwards. But then I realized that I wouldn't actually sometimes, and that I can be hypocritical. What does that have to do with anything? Why do I tell this short anecdote? Well, because I believe that the key to being happy is acceptance as one, and a personal acceptance especially. Because anyone can say, I accept the world in the exact same way. But acceptance is accepting that this is who I am. These are the things I want. That person on TikTok that tells me if I take a cold shower in the morning and I will be accepting of everything, that doesn't work for me, because my brain is a little more complex than that. Being able to accept something like that's where real happiness and real peace and real actual solemn change will happen. I struggle with this a lot. If somebody that I hold in a high regard tells me that X, Y, and Z equal T, but I believe that T is equal to chicken and rice, I'm going to completely change that T. That T equals that now. Not because they've given me objective facts on why, but because I like them more than I like myself, and I believe that they can do a better job explaining my feelings than I can. And that's fine sometimes when you're reading philosophy and wanting to learn more about a general scape, but sometimes you'll just hurt yourself, because you'll just keep finding another ideology to bounce from. And then you become obsessive and you become compulsive, because you stop having a consistent flow of emotions, but you pull from different pots every single day. This is not peace. This is not accepting. You are accepting millions of ideologies, the one that comes your way that's cool. I just watched a video on Skrillex and how he ruined dubstep. And now I will change my opinions on life now. I'll just go become a dubstep guy, right? I grew up with hip hop. And that means my music taste is truly altered. I really don't, of course I listen to hip hop and I have a deep respect for it, and I would never be the same person without it. But it's not my main thing now. I'm able to, I've grown. But dubstep isn't what I grew up with. I can't be this guy that made this video, is what I'm saying. I can't be this guy. All right? I'm literally just me. I'm just me. I'm literally just me. I could sit here day and day again and obsess and obsess and obsess and obsess and obsess again, because my brain loves to obsess. If I think something's hurting me for days and days, I will obsess and think this is the answer to my problems. I'll obsess about obsessing. Right now, I've just started obsessing about my obsessing. It's obsessive. That word doesn't have any meaning now because I've used it so many times. But how do I find acceptance in my own life? This is a time capsule to me. My name is Talon. I'm 18 now. Been 18 for a couple months. I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, but I have a pretty good idea of what I love and what I like. Presumably. It changes, it goes in waves, but for the most part, the foundations are there. I love to create. I love to be a substantial human being who produces something. I love music and I love all these things and movies and such, but those go in waves almost because it's not my own. I want to make something that matters, I guess. Not for other people, purely selfish. And I hope that somebody loves it someday, but it's in a selfish manner. It's I want to create something that somebody else loves. Or do I? Maybe I just want to sit on a rock and meditate and pray and find something higher than me. Find something that actually means something that's better and more divine than that. I couldn't know till I live more. I'm sorry. I've sat here and I've tried to find the answer. After this breakup that I had like 6 months back, I've just tried to find the answer, and I physically am unable to. There's no answer. It's like absurd. There's no answer. I love Brave New World. It's a book that made me realize that maybe the answer just comes from accepting no matter what the hell it is. You know? People become Christians because that's the only ideology that they're given. It's so terrible sitting here with nothing to believe. So they become Christian. There's nothing wrong with that. You're happy now. Good for you. Genuinely good for you. I don't care that you didn't put maybe the extra time on my thing. Maybe me, someone who really wants to understand the world, would say you didn't put in the extra mile. But you are happier than me, and you probably will find more success in your life than I'm able to currently. Because you have something to believe in. You have something that I do not have right now. It's rough. I don't know what to do. I'll tell you a couple things I can do, though. All right? Here's a couple things. A light at the end of the tunnel. So many people write books and movies and music that just have no light at the end of the tunnel. There's nothing wrong with that. I love those things, but also there should be a light. Because life's actually pretty enlightening and beautiful. I sit here with a $1,000 phone, I think. iPhone 14. Probably when it came out about $1,000. I sit here with a beautiful setup. That's a ceiling fan up there. Some people don't even have air that they can get into their room. Penance. The beginning of actually being able to accept is to be grateful for this. Truly, your stuff. Not the other people's stuff. The people telling you to be grateful. Your stuff. This mouse is beautiful. I got this when I was a kid. $50, man. Model O minus. Classic mouse. It has served me beautifully well. And it will continue to serve me well. When I go outside, I see a new sunset every day. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up in a new bed every single day. What? Life is cyclical, sure. Certain things will probably happen in my day, every day until I am dead. Some things, hopefully I pee every day. That wouldn't be good if I held my piss an entire day. Just because life is cyclical, though, doesn't mean that cycle doesn't alter a little bit every day. We think of a cycle as turning like a circle. But cycles, maybe, they're a little more, we're going. And today, a little longer to make that circle up here. But this time, the circle's short. And here. But now, we have this new groove. Maybe now the circle's bigger. Maybe now we've accomplished more and we feel better. Maybe now instead of sitting and jerking off every day, we actually pray to God and love ourselves. And so now the cycle's a little bigger, right? Because we're actually achieving something with our lives. You know, maybe instead of playing video games for 9 hours a day, we find people that we care about that share our ideologies. Boom. Here goes the cycle. It's big now. It's huge. Because now, boom, we can have this long, grandiose cycle because we have a long, grandiose, beautiful life we've created. Life is what you put in it. Sometimes you're going to put bad things into your life. Sometimes life will force you to put bad things into it because the bad things will feel so good and it'll be almost impossible to avoid them. But you can. You just got to keep trying. Maybe it'll be your entire life and you'll die and you never achieved it. Maybe you're dead. You're right now in your grave. And you have not beaten the addiction you wanted to beat. But you tried. See? You tried. And that's, to me, what matters. If a judgment day ever came, I promise you, at least me, I'm no arbiter of moral fate here. But I can tell you from what I know and what I have read in philosophy, that doesn't fucking matter, by the way. But let's pretend it does for a second. What I know from what we know, from the collective that I've learned from, The person who sat there and did nothing and just let it happen is so much weaker than the person that sat there and was like, I'm going to try, and it's going to kick my ass, and I'm going to cry some days. But boom, I tried. That person's better than the person that didn't do that. Maybe not better as a person. I think I'm a pretty egalitarian guy. I'd say overall we're all pretty equal. But in conquering oneself, that person is better because they tried to conquer themselves. They gave it a good wrestle, good tussle. So, what does this all mean to me? What does this all mean to you? Both of us matter in this conversation, this endless conversation. I'm talking to myself right now. See, I'm looking at me in the camera. So right now, when I'm not talking to an audience, I'm talking to me. But I'm also talking to you. Whoa, this is really paradoxical, this conversation we're having. What do we do moving forward? Wake up in the morning. You just completed step 1. Wake up. Maybe even choose to wake up a little earlier. And not just to wake up earlier because TikTok told you to, but to wake up earlier and do something that makes you feel good. Because you have a little extra time before whatever you got to do. It's not because TikTok tells you to. It's because you'll find something better than sleeping. You'll want to go to bed early because it's a good cycle to be on. And you realize that you're happier. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you stay up till 5 in the morning every day and that's where your happiness is. And you love it. And it's genuinely healthy for you. Then do that, please. Don't listen to what other people tell you. Honestly, don't. Just stop. But let's say you're normal. Okay, let's pretend you're normal. Or kind of normal. Normal enough. Like not like deeply, you're not 12 standard deviations away, all right? So, you wake up in the morning. You do something you kind of like. For me, personally, I'm pulling something out. That's why that happened. I journal in the morning. I know, guys, I'm really unique every single day. I mean, you can pause it and read what I write. I don't really care. It's pretty out there. It's not that deep. It's beautiful. It's just maybe I write I had a good morning. Fuck you. Maybe I write I had a bad morning. It doesn't really matter. I just wrote my feelings down. That's step 1 of being myself. Maybe I don't feel like it, but that is a step in the right direction. Hell, I have this right here. It's a Bible devotional. Guys, I've told you this. I pretty much alluded to it. I might not really be that Christian. I might not be. But I believe that there's a higher power, and I believe that there's a reason we're here. So I sit here, and I jot notes in this little devotional once a day. Because it makes me feel closer to a higher power, and it makes me believe that my life has also been struggled by millions of people, and billions even, and that I can make it in this world. Okay, so now you've completed step 1. Good job. Now step 2, you get on a nice outfit. You take care of yourself in the morning. Not because you want to look sexy for the goth woman. You take care of yourself because you want to look good for yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and smile. Genuinely I'm going to look at myself right now and smile. I have a bad smile, dude. I'm kind of hideous sometimes. I don't think I'm like a deeply unattractive guy. But when I smile with my hair out of frame like this, I look like a serial rapist. But that's fine, because I can look at myself and be like, for a serial rapist, I'm kind of hot. Or other way around. For not being a serial rapist, but looking like a serial rapist, I'm kind of hot. Just love yourself a little, all right? Self-love, please. Just try it. These are things I'm asking you to try. I'm asking myself to try this. We are trying this together, okay? And I'm being mindful of our processes. And then we're going to see what we can do better also moving forward overall. This is going to be a long exploration here, so buckle in. Okay, so now you go to school or work. I don't know which one you're at. Personally, for me, I go to high school. Soon, I won't be. In like a month, and I'll be done with high school, thank God. And you go to high school. For me, you know what I do when I go to high school? I love learning. That might not be all of us. I don't take these deep notes. I'm sorry, I'm not a Harvard graduate, okay? I'm not here to take notes. I'm here to learn. So maybe I'll watch a presentation the teacher gives, and I'll find something that I care about. You see this? You see this idea where you are accepting this is who you are? I accept that I could give a single shit what somebody has to say about a certain thing. All love to them. They're probably a great person, but I don't care what they really have to say about this. I will listen out of respect, but I don't care much. But there are certain things that you can find and tie them to you, and that is beautiful. So try to tie them to your personal human experience, okay? When you go to chemistry class, whoa, I've seen Breaking Bad before. That is a great TV show. Now, I can say that I know more about Breaking Bad because I know how to cook meth because I paid attention in chemistry. Find something like this, okay? Please, just try. I used to sit in class and read manga every single day. I read Berserk in class. I read Monster in class. I read Pun in class. I don't know if you know any of these are probably. I would hope you know what Berserk is at the very, very least. I read all of One Piece in my government class. But anyways, I loved that, and I felt like I was getting something out of it, so I kept doing it. It's that simple. Maybe in your life, the morally justifiable thing for you to do is to sit and to just let you breathe by just doing something you care about. My best friend sits in class and he analyzes basketball statistics. Not because somebody told him to do that, but because he loves it and he wants to go be a sports journalist. Good for him. He's beaten a lot of us, all right? That's what matters, everybody. Put that time in. Do something you care about and find it. You won't find it instantly, but keep just hucking it at it. Okay, so now you're done with school. You go home. Eat well. Eat good. Have a good cheat day, though, too, okay? What do I mean by this? If you're not on some... These aren't wasteful. I'm just giving you general... These are just... I'm going to tie this to a bigger, more philosophical point. This is just genuinely trying to give you some maybe, like, more shallow advice. Because some people need to hear things like this that are a little more simple and digestible, okay? Including myself. Go home and cook yourself something, not just with protein, like a lot of protein, but something that is balanced. You know how good I feel when I go home and I get myself a nice protein with a good salad and a good glass of water. You know, when I was a kid, I would probably kill myself if that's what I had to eat. I was a sad kid, and all I wanted to do was eat my feelings away, you know? But now, that's stupid. That's dumb. I'm a happy man. Give me a good salad. Give me something good that makes me feel whole. Oh, man. That's why you are going to have desires. I'm tying this to a deeper point. You already know it. You're going to have desires, okay? You're going to have the desire to eat a giant piece of cake, and you probably will. If you have a deep desire to eat a giant piece of cake, most of us, including myself, do not have the willpower to fight that off. Make sure, though, when you eat that cake, you reflect a little and say, maybe I shouldn't eat that cake because I can do better and find something that gives me more satisfaction, but also enjoy that cake because you're eating it. It's too late. I'm sorry. If it's these little mess-ups, you might not beat it. You might not. If you keep trying, you will. If you keep pushing forward every day, you will, but not in that one little moment. I don't see you beating it right then and there. But with some time, I think you just might. Don't be too hard on yourself. Every day is a new day. I sat here on the phone with one of my closest friends and ranted about how I'm pretty lost in life right now. I'm pretty unhappy. And it made me realize I want to turn a new leaf. I've tried to turn a lot of new leaves in my life. I've realized this, and this one grandiose realization is going to change it all. I'm ready. That's not actually change. You know what that does for me? That just makes me feel like I am one step closer to something that never is even there. There's a step to what? Like, no, there's nothing. There's no completion. I didn't 100% life the video game, all right? I'm sorry. I can't find all the collectibles. Like, fuck. All right? But what you can do to actually, exert some change is to listen to the trains that come by your house. Listen to the fan in your computer. Maybe this doesn't work for you, but just take a second and try. Pharoah Sanders is one of the greatest jazz musicians of all time. I don't expect you to know who that is. That's okay. He said in an interview, a musical man, a man that lived his life with the love of music. Me personally as well. You know what he said? I don't think people listen enough to life. They don't listen enough to the cars going by, the birds chirping. You live in a city, maybe people throwing glass. I know, what? Why would I want to listen to that? There's this romanticized version of what life sounds like, this thing that TikTok will tell you, that when I go outside, there'll be birds chirping and the trees flowing. Probably not. You're going to hear loud-ass cars. You're going to hear some mom being way too over the top towards her kid over nothing. Sorry. That's life. But ain't it beautiful? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because we're all here together trying to figure it out. It's a little nice. It's a little beautiful. That goes to my overall point. I'm telling this to myself and I'm telling this to you, Talon and viewer. Be optimistic. I love music. I love movies. I love being a better writer than I used to be. I write right now. I'm writing my Macbeth analysis. We're putting a lot of work into it. The title of it is Macbeth, Tyrannical Existentialism. And I'm talking about tyranny and how is Macbeth really a stereotypical tyrant when he is so deeply existential? Who gives a shit? But I love writing. And my English teacher thinks I'm a genius because of it. I'm kidding. He thinks I'm cool, but I don't think a genius. We're dragging it a little. But hey. What's my point? What is my point? What's my point? Everyone wants to have a point. We all want to be so fast. And what, you want me to just give you a Big Mac right now? And maybe you'll get a point from that. I don't know. Love something. Love someone. Let yourself talk to new people. Okay? I know you're scared to talk to people. So am I. So all of us are, alright? Just force yourself. You're going to say something so stupid. I made this, Nazi joke, a couple weeks ago to this girl. And I overthought about it because I felt so bad. It just felt very insensitive, and it just didn't feel right. And I felt bad. I felt like an asshole. I asked to talk to this girl recently, and she's like, I don't even remember the joke. She doesn't care. What? Why was I overthinking? We're stupid. We're a little dumb. But it's awesome. So you see I'm getting a little giddy now because I'm talking through these problems. You should talk through this too. You should do this too. What I'm doing right now, you should do this. If you haven't done this yet, do it and post it. Fuck it. Who cares? I might one day post a beautiful video on this YouTube channel that is so, actually well edited, and people will go back and see videos like this. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Here, there. Nobody cares. All right. Listen, my final point. You're gonna have bad days, bad weeks, bad months, bad years. You will sit here and every single day of your life for an entire year might not be where you want it to be. But there's something you can do about that. It'll take time. Maybe someone passed away. You can't do anything about that. You'll probably sit there for months and months and months and just feel. But someday, that sun will be a little brighter than it was. That song, that music that you thought you didn't like as much as you used to will sound good. Not like it used to. It won't sound like it used to. It sound like you want it to sound now. Not because you found the ideal world. You did it. You beat life. Because you chilled out. And you realize the world around you is beautiful. You're you. You have opinions and thoughts. You're just as good as everyone else. You've done it. You didn't beat life. You're just a person now. That's the bottom line. That's the most we can do is be good people. Be virtuous. Have some discipline. Maybe don't eat as many snacks as you do now. Maybe cut back a little. Maybe don't watch. Don't goon. Don't be a gooner. Maybe chill out a little. Or maybe you love it and maybe it gives you, maybe you feel like you genuinely have a calling to be a gooner. Good for you. Find something though, please. But also, love nothing. find something, you gotta love nothing. To hear the music, you have to hear the outside noise. Pharaoh Sanders would agree. I pledge right now. Put your hand up. Or don't. Watch me do this and embarrass myself. I pledge I will fight every single day. Not to be some deeply realized person. I'll slowly work to do what I want to do and appreciate the downticks of life. But make sure when the upticks happen that I'm ready and optimistic towards them. I'll find new things. I'll try new things. I'll love new things. I'll keep appreciating. It's not that I don't love the things that I used to not love. It's just I stopped trying to appreciate them and I started to compare them to other things too much. I stopped caring. Truly. I pledge to love. All the time. And you should too. I've been Talon. Breathe a little. Meditate. I love you. Praise God. Tell someone they look beautiful today. Goodbye.